Alright. Welcome back, everyone. It is LaughNgamez here. I am back, and it is time for another Starcraft 2 1 vs 1 replay cast. Today, we are on the map Cyber Forest. We have got ourselves AlphaStar, of course, as it is the other day and the every other day, so today is AlphaStar Day. And in the top left-hand side, we've got none other than the star himself, AlphaStar, playing Terran. Now, gonna be trying to take down AlphaStar. It is a Diamond Protoss. Gonna be the Protoss element of this Protoss versus Terran. And yeah, let's just take a look, see how this game is gonna heat on up. It's TVP. We have seen AlphaStar murder a lot of Diamond Protoss players using Banshees, or even Masters Protoss players, or GM Protoss players. AlphaStar just does a lot of work with Banshees when it plays with them. But yeah, before we get too far into this game, I just want to say I hope everyone's having a wonderful day, evening, or afternoon, wherever you are. And yeah, thanks so much to everyone for tuning into these videos. If you want to go ahead and slap that like button, it would be appreciated. Seeing as how we have 3 workers, let's try and go for 3 likes on this video. If we do take a look, I mean, this probe is just scouting around. It hasn't gone for anything cheeky, and it is just going to be a normal gateway expand from the Diamond player. So that's good to see. Although, maybe not. If we're being fully honest, it might not be too good for the Diamond player if he's just playing normal, because normal Protoss players tend to get wrecked. I think you have a better chance against AlphaStar if you're going to cheese the AI, because otherwise it's just impossible to keep up with its Banshees and such. Probe comes in for the Diamond player, is not attacking this SCV, so being very kind in that regard. AlphaStar is actually sending down an SCV to help with that, but oh, look at this. Could be a little bit of a delay, depending if that probe attacks the SCV next. Yes, it will. AlphaStar is to send down 2 more SCVs, so good probe harassment from the Diamond player, assuming that his build is unhindered back at home, which is actually not the case, guys. Bad news bears for the Diamond player. So far, he has forgot to start Warp Gate. He's been microing this probe so darn hard that nothing else is going on back at home. No probes building, no Twilight, no Warp Gate research. There's the Warp Gate, quite late. There is the Twilight Council. And there's an extra Stalker now being chrono boosted out, but yeah, a little bit late to the party. Unfortunately, AlphaStar, now on heavy guard, has brought another SCV down to just hang out and block the door. But that command center does get up, despite the little bit of harassment. And the game will continue on. So we see the Diamond player. He's kind of got a probe hanging out. Was it maybe going to build something? Maybe, maybe not. All the while, Alpha T is actually just going to be floating quite a bit of money here. We'll see what he's going to spend it. Probably Hellions, right? Yeah, 2 Hellions. Actually, 4 Hellions getting queued up by the AI. Now, that's interesting. That's not the most efficient way to spend your money, AlphaStar. So, really quite, yeah, just interesting how it decided to invest in all those Hellions and queue them up. As we're looking at that, though, the Stalker just waltzes across the map and kills off the 1 Marine. Or 2 Marines, actually, pardon me. He's gonna have to be careful, though, as there's SCVs pulled onto this. So the Stalker is being microed against the Marine, but the Hellions popping out guarantee the death of that Stalker. So AlphaStar getting attacked a little bit by that. There is now the probe hanging out for the Diamond player. AlphaStar might spot this, actually. That would be a very big deal. It is gonna be a Hellion drop from AlphaStar, though, as this is actually very funny, because this sort of style was really popular in the meta lately, but the AlphaStar games are not super recent anymore. So AlphaStar, ahead of the meta, choosing to go for this build. 4 Hellions, a Medivac equals a Hellion Medivac drop. There's the 3rd CC on the way up, and the game will continue on from there. All the while, the Diamond player is actually going to be going for what? Oh, 5 gateways, so potentially a very large Blink Stalker attack going to be coming from the Diamond player towards AlphaStar, which I definitely don't mind. I'm not sure how well AlphaStar actually deals with Blink attack. We see 2 Hellions and 2 Marines are loaded into the Medivac, which is interesting. These other Hellions are just hanging out here. So interesting execution of this build from AlphaStar. We see Stimpack is on the way for AlphaStar. It's getting up the extra barracks, 3rd CC, Widow Mines, so usual follow-up sort of stuff. But, we'll see. I mean, usually it is the full 4 Hellions, not just the 2 and 2 Marines. In comes the Marines and Hellions getting unloaded. Probe's going to be under fire. However, there's more than enough Stalkers to shut this down from the Diamond player. So, good defense from the Diamond player dealing with that. AlphaStar does manage to target down a fair few probes. That was probably, what, like 7 that it got? Yeah, 7, 8 probes. And then a couple more Hellions potentially going to be running on in. But it really is going to be about this attack from the Diamond player, because if we take a look, he's got a ton of Stalkers, but not a very strong economy. In fact, a very weak economy. 35 probes is not what you want, and it's potentially to get even weaker. As more Hellions are going to run on in, there's going to have to be some Warpins from the Diamond player to defend against this, but no Warpins just yet. What's he doing? He's focusing on all of his Stalkers, it looks like. He hasn't started a Prism. Oh no, his probes are running across the map. And it's just, okay, the Hellions actually turn around. AlphaStar's like, why are the probes going that way? I guess I'll go look for more probes over here. 1 Stalker gets warped in, but the Diamond player's got so much money. The problem is, though, he's actually supply blocked, so it really all is on this all-in. He's gonna blink in with these Stalkers, and we'll see if the Diamond player is gonna be able to get the W with all these blink Stalkers. This 1 Hellion still being a pain. Oh my gosh, how many probes did that Hellion kill off? It was a very, very gross amount. We're actually going to check that out. Okay, the 2 Hellions. 1's got 4, which is quite a few kills. Okay, let's see. Gosh, this is a lot of dead probes. A lot of dead probes. That one got up to 3. This one got up to 6, 8. Oh my god, that's just ridiculous. 8 probes on a single Hellion. Now the stock, going back to where we were, the Stalkers jump on in. They're actually going to start cutting up these Marauders. Stimpack just not barely done. There is a siege tank, which is going to siege. I think the Diamond player needs to blink on top of this, and he does. He targets it down. That's gone. Is AlphaStar going to lose the first game in ages in a very wacky, dirty PvP? But look at this. The production is compromised for AlphaStar. There is units being produced out of these barracks, but look at this. SCV's really being choked up. The Marine and Marauder doing what they can. Widowmine's going to shuffle forward, but AlphaStar losing so many SCVs. A few more Marines popped on out, but look at the numbers. Look at the numbers. 1 Widowmine goes off. Good dodge by the Protoss player. AlphaStar is still making some Marines and Marauders. Even a Liberators are about to pop out. They can help with this defense. I'm rather concerned here, though, for AlphaStar. The Diamond player, though, keep in mind, is pretty much completely all in with this attack, so we just need a hold from AlphaStar if it's going to keep its winning streak alive. Alright, Liberator's getting set on up. There's a decent chunk of bio that's started to be produced from AlphaStar. It's mining pretty darn well with that Mad Mule money down at its natural base, so its income is actually just fine. The AI is going to stim forward, but it's got to be careful. Observer gets picked off, which is very, very important. Widow Mines can't get cleaned up. This basically means, yeah, Widow Mines can't get cleaned up. It means that the Protoss player can't just charge forward, basically, as these mines are perfectly zoning. Potentially not going to have that high ground vision to blink up on, but good choice by the Protoss player to go to the natural, where AlphaStar is not perfectly set up. We see AlphaStar now going to shuffle some units south to try and deal with this, but this is a large portion of AlphaStar's economy that's going to be under fire, so these Marines and Marauders are going to stim forward, chase these Stalkers away. AlphaStar does have +1, but this is actually going to be very close. However, in the small numbers, the Stalkers generally do win out, and it looks like that's what we'll be seeing, so AlphaStar has got to bring these mines, got to bring something else down here to help on out. The numbers are incredibly close for both players. The Diamond player has warped in a ton of Stalkers, but he hasn't brought them across the map. AlphaStar 40 supply to the 80 of the Diamond player. Just the Diamond player is microing these 3 Stalkers so hard, getting a little bit of tunnel vision going on, as he could just bring all these other Stalkers across the map to help him out. There we go. The rest of these Stalkers now going to move across the map, and this could spell disaster for AlphaStar. Yeah, is the AI going to have time to hold on? I get the feeling that it's going to be a no. Production seems to have ground to a halt for the most part. Widowmine's not in position. The Liberator's still just chilling up here at the top of the ramp. I think we are going to see a Diamond Protoss actually beat Alpha Terran, which is pretty darn cool. AlphaStar not going to be able to stop all these Stalkers, I feel. I think it's a few too many. And by a few too many, I mean probably like 20 too many for AlphaStar to stop. Alright, in go the Stalkers, but there's really no defense here whatsoever for AlphaStar. The Stalkers can start just volleying down command centers at this point. The AI, I think, is donezo. I think AlphaStar has just faltered a little bit. SCVs are going to be pulled to try and hold on. Widowmine goes off, hits a Stalker, but the problem is there's a lot more. AlphaStar loses its natural base. And yeah, the Stalkers are still going to move on in for the Diamond player. The natural just being ransacked, SCVs dying. AlphaStar taps on out. The Diamond player wins the game, and AlphaStar's winning streak is ended by a big Stalker attack. Honestly, this was not the most pretty game from either player. The Diamond player not doing the best with expanding, with reinforcing, but AlphaStar not quite able to make that defense happen. This definitely is one of the AlphaStar iterations, one of the earlier iterations that is based more off human play. You can tell that because AlphaStar was making mines and liberators, which it didn't use to the best effect. So playing more human in a sense, whereas the later versions of Terran, it seems, tend to use just more Banshees and things, lots of siege tanks, all that jazz. But anyway, GG. All right, welcome back into game number 2. We have got, this time, a Masters Terran in the bottom right-hand side. Gonna be trying to take on AlphaStar, AlphaZerg, in a TVZ. The last couple of videos didn't have too much Terran in, so I do like seeing AlphaStar play Terran or play against Terrans. I honestly think that my favorite AlphaStar matchups, though, are when AlphaStar plays against Terrans, because I think Terran has quite a bit of versatility, or it's harder to predict what a Terran's gonna do. Like AlphaStar against a Zerg, the Zerg's probably gonna drone up and then make mutas or make roaches. Whereas with Terran, it's like quite a bit of different kinds of harass and things like that. Protoss too, I'd say, as you'd never know what a Protoss player is gonna do. For example, that last game. But yeah, I do like AlphaStar playing against Terran. So good to see that. The Masters player just doing his thing, getting up his barracks and gas. Meanwhile, AlphaStar getting up his hatchery, everything like that. Okay, the map is Kairos Junction, so a very sandy place. A little bit of money hanging out on the map. Unfortunately, you can't pick that up. That would be a whole new ball game. Whole new ball game. Okay, there's the little Carbot star for the human player. Orbital command, Reaper. Then gonna be a Reaper expand once the CC gets thrown down by the Masters player, and even an SCV scout for good measure. So Masters player playing it pretty darn safe while this game starts to heat up. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, by the way, make sure to join the Discord, which is linked in the description. We talk AlphaStar, pro games, things like that, as yeah, fun little community that we're growing. And now we see double queen on the way for AlphaStar, a few lings on the way. Pulled out a gas, starts up speed at that magic pretty much 100 mark. Command center is now on the way for the Masters player, followed by the reactor and factory, and the Reaper out on the map while the SCV comes home. Basically confirmed that it wasn't an early pool from AlphaStar. AlphaStar doesn't go for early pools too much. It's not unheard of from the AI, but it's not the most common thing. Okay, Reaper gonna try and target down this drone. Is it gonna get it? No, not quite. Metabolic boost on the way now for AlphaStar, still about halfway done. Then those lings will have speed, get map control, force the Reaper away. Unless the Terran player starts firing up some Hellions, which this guy's gonna be doing. Fires up some Hellions, starts up a tech lab, throws up a starport. Okay, Orbital does need to start on up there for the Masters player. He is busy microing his Reaper, getting it out in movie cinematic fashion, barely surviving. The couple of Hellions popping out will help out the Masters player. I do want to point out one thing that this Masters player is kind of done, and that's something that not everyone knows. It's that tech labs take a lot less time to build than your starport when you're playing Terran, so you can actually delay that tech lab a little bit, and then make sure that you get up your orbital command right away. Make sure that you're building SCVs all the way through, as you do have a little bit of leeway to build that tech lab a little bit later than your starport, as opposed to starting your tech lab and your starport at the exact same time. We will see a fusion core now on the way for the Masters player, so going to be going for a battle cruiser rush, which I like to see. AlphaStar, oh, could be taking quite a bit of damage this video if it loses both of its games to humanity. That would be a very big turnaround. AlphaStar fires up some spore crawlers for the usual timing, but it takes more than that to defend against a BC, and this is something that the AI has had a hard time with before. So could potentially see AlphaStar getting BC cheesed out. Now the Masters player, yeah, going about his battlecruiser rush in an interesting fashion. I do BC rushes in a lot of my Starcraft 2 matches, so we do see the Masters player getting that wall up solid. Probably wants to throw down another gas if he wants to get up Yamato cannon or keep making BCs and everything, depending on his follow-up. The 3 gases do really help you go for that. No Yamato cannon just yet, though, so probably just a regular BC, it looks like. There's the CC getting that up next, too. The Hellions are out for the Masters player, hiding out under AlphaStar's Overlord, so the AI knows what's there. But the AI definitely doesn't know about this battle cruiser that's going to be heading its way. And that is very, very problematic. However, the AI does indeed see that the doorway is open for the Masters player, but oh, the Masters player raises that. Good choice. Seeing as how the Lings for AlphaStar out on the map, potentially going to try and surround these Hellions, but it looks like the Hellion numbers are just too high. Queen's skirmishing with the Hellions on the front, but here comes the BC. A second away from completing, then that bad boy can just teleport right across the map. Will we see that teleport? Does it just yeet itself to the Zerg's base? So far, we ain't seen that just yet. He's clicked it. There it goes. BC, hot delivery. Where's it showing up? Where is it? Oh, okay, teleport's over there. BC now going to move on in and engage the Queens with the Hellion support. This can potentially topple all the anti-air that the Zerg player has. Queen's starting to get bruised up by the Hellions. The BC, I think that the Terran player does really need to commit on into this. There's 2 very bruised up Queens. The Hellions, though, can't help out for too much longer. And this battlecruiser rush not getting as much damage done as I would have liked. Like, he literally just killed off 1 Queen. And that is not enough damage for a BC rush, I feel. AlphaStar behind this is going to be making a bajillion roaches, so I imagine going to be going for a big roach attack to follow this up. The BCs can be very good at shutting that down, but it doesn't mean that you're bulletproof, as there can simply just be so many roaches. They move across the map and kill everything that the Terran player has. You are listening to a Terran that has happened to a lot. Now, the more BCs that come out, though, of course, the easier it makes the defense for the Masters player. But yeah, still not a fan of the fact that he only got 2 kills on this BC. You want to kill usually like 5 drones at least or more. Now we take a look. There is this BC. Gonna kill off the Overlord, which is nice. +1 is on the way, though, for AlphaStar. We are going to be seeing this big old march across the map. Hellions moving out, or still just out on the map. They're going to cut up those Lings, but man, here comes all the other stuff for the Zerg player. Gonna try and clean up these Hellions, and they will actually catch them, so really nice catch by AlphaStar. And all of a sudden, this Terran player has got to know that he's in trouble. He teleports his BC back at home. Good choice. He's got 2 siege tanks building. That's another very important choice for defending. And seeing as how there is not that many Queens for AlphaStar, the BCs can potentially clean this up, but there very well might just be too much for the Zerg. The Zerg crashing on in through the wall very, very quickly, so the Terran player gonna evacuate SCVs, try and keep them alive as long as he can. Hellions on top of the ramp, gonna try and buy even more time. The BC is raining hate on this army. Siege tank set up, but gets corrosive bile down. Another tank pops on out. However, if we do take a look, the Zerg army is starting to thin out. There's still 46 SCVs alive for the Terran player, which is a decent number. The supply depot wall trying to hold on, but it falls. SCVs being pulled into the fray, but that is just being pulled into danger as they're going to start dying. Corrosive biles, Lings killing them off. The BCs are doing what they can against AlphaStar's army, but man, the damage really has been done. AlphaStar able to end the game, able to end that Terran player, and to not go 0-2 in this video. So, ladies and gentlemen, thanks so much for watching. My name is LaughNgamez. I do appreciate everyone tuning into these videos. Join the Discord, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you made it to the end but you aren't subbed, and then if you do want to support the actual content, consider becoming a member. There are various perks and it does go a long way to supporting the channel. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.